Welcome to PCMC. I'm Mike Bongiorno. I'm joined once again by my good friend, Ms. Janine Gagliardi.
Hello.
How you doing, Janine?
How you doing?
Hi. How are you? How you doing?
Pretty good. Are you feeling unlikable today or likable, Mike?
I'm.
Are you our unproblematic fave?
I'm not. It's so funny. I'm not anyone's unproblematic fave, but I'm feeling likable today.
Okay.
I would be. Oh, and I bet this is true. Like, if someone were like, I love PCMC, I love Janine, and I love Anthony and Vin, and I like when Jen's there, and that's about it.
That's about it.
I don't care for the host. I don't know if I'd be proud or sad.
I think you could take pride in that. For sure.
I guess I would. Yeah, I would. I'd be like, thanks for the numbers. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So I actually, what's today about?
Your unlikable mains.
Okay.
Or just,
So-
I shouldn't say mains.
Right, because I don't
Okay.
have that.
No. I actually don't have some mains either, but I have some, I have some that are not mains. But unlikable characters that are meant to be likable.
Right. It's so in other words, you can't be like, you know who character I hate? The Nazi from
Right.
that movie. Like, no, like you're supposed to not like
It's the opposite
Darth
of
Vader.
the villain you love to hate.
Right.
You know, like Ursula, like we all love her.
Right.
We know she's bad. Not that. It's the opposite of that.
Right.
It's a character that's presented to you as you should be rooting for this character. You should like this character.
But you don't like that
But you don't
character.
like them a bit.
Right.
Not one bit.
And there's a depth to this, because there's a lot of ways that this can go, and I feel like our list will probably be all over the place, because there are characters that you don't like because the writing is bad,
Yeah.
or the performance may not be right. Like, there's a lot of reasons to not like
Sure.
a character.
Yeah.
For me,
I like virtually no child actor.
that's so. Can I tell you this? I literally have written here, this list could be all child actors.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I stopped myself with one. I picked the worst, most annoying child character in the history of cinema. But it could be all.
It could be any child actor.
Because you're
yeah.
supposed to like them, and sometimes they're so fucking
Oh, they're
annoying.
so terrible. Yeah.
So I do have like I have basically two main characters. And I have, let's see. Well, I have one that's actually not at all a main character. It's really kind of a side character, but it's a character that everyone else seems to love besides me.
Okay.
And then I've got a bunch of honorable mentions.
Oh, me too.
And the honorable
Me too.
mentions I put kind of like ones I didn't want to put on my list because they're kind of like everyone kind of agrees with them.
Yeah. Yeah, same. And also shows that I didn't watch, but I know enough that I know people hate this character.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. Please give me we have 5 each, right?
I'm actually counting mine right now just to make sure. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Janine.
I'm going to start with the one that may be the most controversial, but it's the one that inspired the idea for this episode.
Do you think that we'll have any crossover?
Well, you already know one that I was going to do, so I don't think you
As
would
an
include it
example?
on your list. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I feel like you wouldn't include it, but quickly. No, I actually don't think we will.
Okay.
I don't think we will.
Very good.
Because actually, no, you and I disagree on this first one.
Oh.
Xander Harris from Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Okay.
is a problematic character whom
Okay.
I detest.
I don't disagree that he's problematic.
Oh, he's certainly problematic. I mean, just given a 2024 lens.
Sure.
Right? Fine. I'll give him that. I don't like that the show treats him like he's a loyal, unwavering friend who would never abandon his buddies.
Right.
Who is, like the perennial third wheel.
Right. The non-magical one.
The non-magical one. He's we started out with 2 humans, then we ended up with just one, right? Because now Willow became a powerful witch by the end of it. He didn't get any powers. He's
the power
brave,
to work in a construction site,
basically. And he gets a lot of love online from male fans of Buffy who I believe are placing themselves on the character.
Well, I think that he's clearly like Joss Whedon.
Absolutely.
He's
And I think Joss Whedon's a big piece of shit. So there's that.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed on that.
There you go. He's played by a very handsome actor, Nicholas Brendan. I think played well. I think he does what the character's supposed to be doing.
It's the writing. And I think that the writer doesn't realize that there's a problem with the writing. Right?
Okay. He's very clever. He's quippy. People like that about him.
He's very, very Chandler. Like we were talking.
Very Chandler.
We were talking about when 100%. Matthew Perry died.
I mean, even Xander Chandler. Like it's sort of a similar.
He's
sound.
really that '90s inspired by Matthew Perry humor. Like he's Chandler in a Supernatural show.
Yes.
See, I'm not going to totally disagree with you because I can see where you're coming from, and I think there are different eras of Xander.
Yeah, agreed.
And
because
some are better than
high school, college,
right?
Adulthood.
And he has different relationships, and some of them are better than others. Some of them bring out better things in him.
Mm-hmm.
The aspect of him that I think is the worst, that's sort of throughout the whole run, is his like I'm friend zoned forever by Buffy.
Yeah,
that's why I love Anya's song in
Once More with Feeling.
Yeah, where she's just like I forget the words, but it's like it's basically the song is about how he's just always will be obsessed with Buffy.
Yeah, well that's the crux of it, right? So like he is whiny, he is hypocritical, he is annoying, but my biggest problem is that he feels entitled to Buffy.
Yes,
and he's
also
possessive
like nice
of her.
guy. I'm a
he's
nice
guy. He's the nice guy.
Yeah, nice
right?
guy.
And nice guys always finish last. We never get the girl. And it's like, why don't you take a hard look at yourself, you asshole?
Yeah.
Like, you suck.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
And any man who is interested in Buffy, he is threatened by.
Yes.
And mean to. Like, for instance, or just like fully betrays his friends so that he could maybe get a chance at having sex with Buffy, right? So way back when Angel killed Miss Calendar, Miss Calendar's dying wish,
shocking,
Jenny Calendar, dying wish was for Buffy to save and redeem Angel. And then Willow, who was hospitalized, also is telling Xander, please tell Buffy she can save him by doing XYZ. Yeah. And when it comes down to like Xander telling Buffy this, he says, oh, Willow said kick his ass because he doesn't want Angel to be good again. Right. He wants him to die so that he can maybe touch a boob. Go to jail, Xander. You suck.
Go to jail. And as it goes on, he's less like actively trying to hook up with her.
Yeah.
But it becomes an even worse like put upon, like I accept that I'm always going to be in the friend zone.
And even with like Anya, right? Like he seems so dissatisfied in his relationship with like, I'm not going to say a wandering eye, but with a wandering eye, basically. Like he's looking for the next hot meal to come along.
I like him best when he's with Cordelia because I think
me too. But then he cheats on her, piece of shit.
Yeah, garbage. Garbage person.
With Willow, who cheats on Oz, and I loved Oz.
Yeah. Yeah, and they never. Yeah, I loved Oz too, but I think I like what's her name better?
Tara.
Tara, yeah.
I feel like Tara's kind of like sort of like Janice from the Electric Mayhem.
Yeah, I get that.
Just like she's like a mop in a wig. I don't know.
That's incredible. All right, so
that's Xander.
I totally feel for it. So mine is prequel era Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Prequel era, interesting.
Not original film Obi-Wan Kenobi because he's great in that.
Yeah. That's funny. I disagree with you, but I'm happy to hear.
And I know a lot of people disagree with me. A lot of people they
feel
feel like he's the best
part of those movies.
Well, you know what? He might be the best part of those movies, but he
still don't like him.
He's still not great. I don't know. It feels like we're supposed to always be like, hey, look, it's Obi-Wan. We love Obi-Wan. Here he is young. But he never does. First of all, in episode 1, he does nothing. He makes mean jokes and he sits on the fucking ship and does nothing until the very end. when he fucking fights. Like if there wasn't an original Star Wars where you know him, right?
Right, you'd be like, who is this guy?
You'd be like, who is this guy, and why do I care that he just
What's
killed
his purpose?
the villain? You know what I mean? Like he's nothing. I think his haircuts look stupid as hell.
His haircut is so bad in 1.
In everyone, the fake like beard that he's wearing in like 2, like it's awful, and like he just never. I don't know. Like there was this great mystique to Alec Guinness and like what he could have been like, and who would have known like what he was like a really
like a company man.
Yeah, really boring, shitty Jedi, like kind of like the worst. Like he's like that guy at work that's like, this is the best guy at work, but we're not going to invite him to drinks, right? Because we hate him. Like
he's the best guy at work.
Like this guy is clearly the best guy in the company, and the company needs him, but also like none of us like him, right? None of us none of us want him in the Kris Kringle this Christmas. Like, what do you buy him? Like white socks? Like what
do you buy him?
Like Obi-Wan sucks.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's I mean Hayden Christensen's guilty of this as well, but like there's no warmth, he's not charming.
I wish they
want them to have like a real relationship, and it never seems like they have a real relationship.
They never, yeah, right. You hear like about off-screen stuff that was fun, and I know some people will say
like the stunt training, they have great banter and rapport together, and like all the behind-the-scenes stuff is so cute and fun.
And some people would argue, like Mallory Rubin, that like the Clone Wars version is good, which fine. I haven't seen enough of it to agree or disagree. But what I'm talking about live action when I say prequel era.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that
the
point of the Clone Wars was to rehabilitate that period and those actors.
Yeah.
It was to try to make it good. And it's not him. It's not his performance. It's not anything.
I think they were directed to be sort of emotionless.
Right. I know Obi-Wan the show is kind of silly and a lot of people don't like it.
I don't.
I like it, and I actually think he's the best at being Obi-Wan in that show because he's acting like actually there's
like a character.
Yeah, there's a character arc. You can see how this person could be Alec Guinness. You can see like just tons of regret and stuff like that. Like he's just so like if he wasn't named Obi-Wan and he was in the prequels, you would never be like, oh, that's Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
You just know it because, like, hey, guys, it's Obi-Wan. You guys know Obi-Wan, right? Well, there he is.
Yeah.
He's doing nothing.
Well, no, he's always doing, like, side quests.
Well, in 2, he's always... episode 2, that's all he does is side quests.
He's going to Kamino. He's going to see Dooku.
Yeah.
He's saying Dooku, real fun.
Yeah.
Dooku.
Yeah. He's
but
supposed to be funny, I think.
Grievous. He goes to fight Grievous.
Yeah, he's... No.
Not for you.
Not for me. Not for me.
You.
Who's next on your list?
Okay. I'm not going to go straight to the Big Mama Jamma.
No, me neither.
All right. So let's bounce around. This is a short one, I think, for me. But Anna Kendrick in Pitch Perfect. And I'm just going to talk about the first one.
It's funny, Anthony mentioned her recently.
Well, he inspired it.
Okay.
Because we were talking about this topic, and I forgot that I really don't like her in that movie. And I'm like fine with Anna Kendrick. As we said, we're trolls heads in this house. We love Poppy the troll.
Sure.
But I don't think it's her. I think it's the the characters. Well, written.
I remember like doesn't she like not like movies?
Yeah.
Like,
she's got like hot takes on a lot of things. Like movies is one of them. Like I don't like movies. Like, it's like what? Okay, what? Who are you? Who cares?
Who doesn't like you don't have to be like a huge nerd, but like who doesn't like movies? That's like being like I don't like napkins. Like what?
I just like to wipe my hands on my shirt like a dick.
You're so fucking interesting.
Yeah, wow. Try to get a personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like that. She comes off as like better than everything, or like she thinks she's hot shit, or like she's very condescending. I find her in the film. Yeah. I feel like she thinks she's above
the others.
Yeah. And also there's like this B plot where like her parents are divorced, and that's like something that she is real upset about.
And she's like 40.
A chip on her shoulder about it. And like it doesn't seem like the dad is engaged in any wrongdoing.
Yeah.
Like didn't abandon the family or cheat.
Yeah.
But she's like, she's like real stank with him and like
what is it, a 90s movie?
Yeah, it's so weird. I'm like, who cares? Like everybody's parents are divorced. What the fuck are you talking
You're
about?
a grown up. You're
You
in
are
college.
Like what?
Get
What do you
the fuck
care?
over it.
So yeah, I just find her very unlikable.
She's very manic pixie kind of. She, I mean, not totally that stereotype because she doesn't do like weird shit. Like,
I mean, the cup song's weird.
I guess it is.
She's like, okay, we're gonna audition. All right, I'm gonna sit on the ground and play with this cup.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, aren't I interesting?
Yeah.
Aren't I not
It's like I bet no one else is doing
I'm
this.
not like the other girls.
Watch as I blow your minds.
I know things about cars. I'm not like the other
Yeah.
girls.
Oh my god. No, but like, you know, she works at this radio station and she does nothing of interest, but gets recognized for how interesting she is. And that's fine. That's a trope. But like, if she was a likable character, I wouldn't care. But she's so unlikable that I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Go away.
I'm with you. I've only seen that movie once.
Yeah.
And I
she's
liked
like
it.
denigrating to her roommate who has the gall to like decorate her room cute. Like her roommate decorates the room so cute. It's like a beautiful little dorm that she decorates. And like her side, she throws her bag on the bed and like dumps out her pile of shitty clothes. And it's like, this is how I prepare. Oh, you're putting stuff on the wall? You're an asshole. Like, you're just like, shut up, Anna Kendrick in this movie. I don't even remember her name. Becca, I want to say. I feel like it's a Becca.
It feels like a Becca.
Even if it's not a Becca.
If it's not,
your name
should
is
be.
Becca. Your name is Becca now. Go to jail. That's what I'm saying to all the people I don't like. Go to jail.
That's incredible. That's an incredible take. I like the first one. The second movie,
I like the movie. I think it's fun.
The second movie,
I just don't like
and
her.
You know, like nothing offends me. Like,
it is Becca. Her name is Becca.
Of course it is. Like I'm never offended by like horrible shit. Like I'm never like, oh, that movie offended me. But then like stupid shit offends me. I was so offended by the beginning of Pitch Perfect 2, I couldn't finish watching it.
I've never seen it
because it's just fat Amy, like her pants falls off and everyone can see her fat vagina, and we all are disgusted because she's fat and we don't want to fuck. It was just like so.
But like the jokes in the first one were like Adam Devine really wanted to fuck her,
right? Like
she's like, I don't want to fuck you.
The whole beginning of the second one is just like, isn't she gross, folk? It's just I hate it. Fucking hate it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one that's probably the most obvious one, but I feel like it must be said. And this is Ted Mosby from
Oh, we do intersect then.
There you go.
He is on my list.
How I Met Your Mother. Now, and he is a protagonist we're supposed to be rooting for.
Yes.
Now, what's wrong with him? The problem is a lot. His conception of love and romance is like a 5-year-old's.
Yes, agreed.
Conception. And he has many good relationships with decent, wonderful people that he throws them all away because it's not like magic or whatever bullshit he thinks he's looking for. And it's just like, grow up. Like
I have the same thing written because that's what his character is. It's he puts women on pedestals, then gets frustrated when they don't meet his idealized expectations, falls in love too quickly, pursues women who reject him, and then doesn't want them when they bore him.
Yes.
And then, after seasons of trying to find the perfect woman, he immediately marries Robin because she died of cancer.
Because the mom died of cancer.
Like, oh yeah, that makes it seem like Robin died of cancer. Then he married her. That's the only way she would have married his ass.
I'm a defender of the ending. I'm not someone who hates the ending.
I do,
I feel like
but
it's
at
the
that
only
point,
ending that makes sense.
I was just like, oh, well, right, because he's always after Robin.
Right, like
always.
Like you want to just note character that you meet for the first time and care about it. Like,
right.
It's got to be about Robin.
But I mean, it doesn't make him more likable.
No.
It definitely makes him less likable.
It's also weird, like, that it implies, like, I couldn't be with you because I need children, but I'll
Once I have my kids.
Yeah, I'll hook up with your infertile ass. You could be my awesome second wife.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he sucks. And, you know, obviously Neil Patrick Harris is, like, the breakaway character, so he's, like... He's the funny. He's the Fonzie. He's the Kramer.
As usual, like the side characters are more interesting than the main character.
And
I would say
he's not that funny, but, you know. Also, I'd say like a lot of the charm we think of assigning to him is actually fucking what's his name?
Jason Segel?
No.
The actor?
Yeah, for Full House.
Bob Saget.
Right. A lot of
the narration.
Yeah, a lot of the charm we assign to Ted is actually Bob Saget,
Yeah.
not fucking what's his name? Josh Randor.
Radner.
Rancor.
Randor.
King Randor, He-Man's father.
Yeah, Radner. That's it.
Yeah, he's just such a wet. Don't cheat. Don't look at my shit.
looking.
He's such a wet blanket. Like he's so many times in the show. Like everyone, like I obviously Barney is problematic and misogynistic, but like the way Barney has to like beg this friend of his to like go out and have the littlest amount of fun. He's like, man, I want to stay home.
I have to
and
find my soulmate.
I know, like, shut the fuck up already. We're wasting the best years of your life just being super boring.
I know, and his whole thing is like he's into architecture and like, look at this building, look at the corner. Do you like it? No, okay.
Yeah.
Guess you're not the one for me.
You're right. Fucking.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I know. It's like you have to like everything I like. You
Yeah.
have to be this perfect
He's the kind of guy
version of a person that I created.
He's the kind of guy that like shows his favorite movie to a girl and judges her based on whether she likes it
He's
or
watching
not.
the movie like this.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, like the litmus test movie guy, which is like, God damn it, like, grow the fuck up.
It was like the opera test. Like I brought you to the opera to see if you would cry. If you don't cry, I'm not interested.
What is that from?
It's from a lot of movies where
Oh.
they bring a woman to the opera to see if she'll cry. It's in Pretty Woman. It's in Moonstruck.
Oh yeah. And in Pretty Woman, it's sort of like, are you classy? Do you have class?
Are you classy?
Are you
or
better than
you
a sex worker?
syphilis-ridden hoe.
Yeah.
And you know what? She should have dumped his ass. And Nicolas Cage did have bad eyes like a gypsy.
Bad eyes like a gypsy.
I love that movie so
Jenny
much.
Calendar, she was a gypsy.
She was a gypsy before it was a bad word. No, you can't say
I would
it.
say, don't cancel us. In the show, she very
is
much
a gypsy and
she is
proud of it.
She is a crystal ball having hanging out in the back of a
Not at
old-
all from Egypt, gypsy.
Yeah, she is a. I'm a
It's so weird that it's like they called them Egyptians and then gypsy
Yeah.
came from that, but none of them were Egyptian.
no, yeah,
Like what? We just think of people like you.
Right.
You're what an Egyptian is to us, whatever
Right.
that means.
right. It's like Indian. It's like the
We're
way
just
we
saying
just call
Indian,
Native
right,
Americans Indians.
exactly. Oh man,
All right, who's next?
this is
on your
getting cut.
list?
Gypsy talk. All right.
It was Ted Mosby on your list.
Ted Mosby was on my list.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do. So this is. I don't think you ever watched Walking Dead, right?
No,
Okay. So Andrea from The Walking Dead.
don't know her.
She is. She's in the early seasons, like when the show was super duper popular.
Sure.
And oh god, who's she played by? Super pretty actress, Laurie Holden. Laurie
Okay.
Holden is the actor. It's this actor.
Yes.
Okay. So so she's a main character.
Okay.
She's one of the characters we follow, and I don't want to say it was how it was written necessarily, and I don't want to blame her completely, but I found she was deeply unliked by the fans of the show. And in the show, she's not doing anything necessarily that's like terrible, but people just didn't like her at all. So I think it was her line readings. They came off as very like sort of condescending and like, I know better than you and I can see what everybody else can't see. And people were actively rooting against her. Like there were whole websites dedicated to hating this character and like, well, let's count down to when she gets bitten. Like can't wait for her to be off the show. And then her last season, I think, was the Governor season, right? Yeah. So in it, there's this there's like a community that they find that's run by this character whom she develops a relationship with. And everyone's like, yeah, we don't really like the vibe of this place. It seems like they're hiding something. Like, and she's like, no, you just don't see what I see, you know? And at that point, it seems like the show is sort of abandoning her as well. Where they're
Right.
like, oh, she's an asshole. Don't worry about it. We're going to kill her off anyway.
Right.
And the show did kill her off. But what I think is interesting is that in the comic books, now granted, Robert Kirkman, who writes the the show and the comic.
Right.
Deliberately changes things from the comic. It's like an alternate, like the show is sort of like an alternate version of the comic. Like he changes whole plot lines and who's married and who's whatever.
Okay.
It's like he's getting a second chance at doing.
Okay.
And not that he doesn't like what he did in the comic. He says he just like likes that he can have fun with these characters. She ultimately, she's alive
Throughout
in the run of
whole
the comic. She's married. She becomes the wife of the main character, Rick.
Oh, wow.
Like she is in it and she's married to Rick and it's like she's a main character and then in the show they killed her off.
Do you think they did it because of the unlikability with the audience?
I guess. I mean, maybe they were going to keep her around but then realized like nobody likes her. Like let's get rid of her.
Is it the performance of the...
It might be the performance.
Okay.
She comes off as very like holier than thou.
Okay.
She always has kind of like resting bitch face.
Sure.
And I happen to like the actor.
Yeah.
I think she's very good in The Majestic, that movie with Jim Carrey.
Okay. I've never seen that.
It's fine. It's a good airplane movie. But yeah, I never disliked the actress, but I felt like this performance was
Right. Maybe she,
troubled in some way.
Right.
And yeah, the show agreed and they got rid of her.
Nice.
So, sometimes you're that
Did you watch
unlikable.
all of The Walking Dead?
No, we stopped watching after. I mean, we stayed around for a while.
It's done now, right? There's just spinoffs now?
I think. I mean, I don't even know.
There's
like one of them is in Paris.
There's like 2 spinoffs.
Like how the hell did he get to Paris?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? I don't know because I don't follow it anymore. But we stopped like a while back.
I feel as you. This one's maybe a little too esoteric, but BMO from Adventure Time.
Really? I adore BMO.
I know, and I had this conversation with someone at work recently.
Okay. I had a phone case that was just BMO.
BMO is great in episodes where BMO has like 2 lines and BMO comes in and kills it. But when there are like BMO episodes, I'm always like, oh God, no, it's a BMO episode. BMO episodes are the worst. Like you said it, it's small doses. BMO is cute and funny in small doses. And the performance is good. It's the same person who does Lady Rainicorn.
Lady Rainicorn, yeah.
But when it's any more, and actually not even full.
You don't like BMO? Oh,
Bill agrees with me.
Get
Agrees
bent.
with me. It's not even
Love BMO.
It's not even as extreme as like BMO only episodes. Like episodes that have more BMO than I need, I'm like, let's cut back on the BMO.
You don't like that BMO was married to a bubble?
No, I don't like any of that. The episode where BMO is a detective is maybe my least favorite episode of anything ever.
You made me realize that I love BMO episodes.
And no, people
like
love
when BMO meets Mo.
And people love well, I like that because I like any lore episode. But and people love that BMO like sings a song in the finale. I don't like that.
I love it all.
Yeah.
I get it though. You can overuse something.
It's yeah.
But I was a BMO stan.
I get it.
Yeah.
I
love BMO. I love BMO's
I don't
cute
hate
little
BMO,
voice.
but
BMO, we stand a genderless.
Yeah.
A genderless. I don't know. I can't say king or queen.
Yeah.
King of queens.
I thought BMO. They refer to BMO with he, him, don't they?
Yes. I think they also say that BMO has no gender, which BMO doesn't have gender because they're a
robot.
Video game.
It's a robot video game.
But at one point, like when they're married to the bubble, it's like I have a baby. Like it's like expressing reproduction.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. There's a BMO episode in the 4 like long episodes of the
like movies.
Yeah. What are they called?
I haven't seen them.
They
BMO was like the first episode. Isn't it?
It's awful. It's
I'm gonna love
what
it.
are they called? Distant Lands.
Distant Lands.
Yeah.
That's it.
The only thing that's interesting, I'll spoil it all for you. The only thing that's interesting about it is like BMO's on this little adventure, and in the end, BMO lands in Ooh and meets Jake and Finn, and you realize it was a prequel.
It was a prequel.
That's the only thing interesting about it.
Aww.
The story should. There are 4. The BMO one sucks, and then there's another one that's not great. Oh, there's one that's just about Peppermint Butler, which is not good. But then the one with Jake and Finn made me cry. Like I think that to me, that's the finale of the show. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't seen any of the Distant Lands. I mean, I've seen the entire show.
Okay, let me tell you exactly what happens.
Isn't it dead? Like Finn dies.
Yeah, Finn is old and he's in the afterlife and he's looking for Jake. And it's incredible and it's heartbreaking. And then the other one, which is called Obsidian, takes place after the series ends, and it's a story about Marceline and Bubblegum, and they're a couple now.
Yeah, right, because they share a kiss in the last episode, which was crazy.
Yeah,
broke the internet.
So yeah, BMO. Sorry, BMO.
Sorry, BMO.
Sorry.
Oh, I love BMO.
I know. And it's a very cute design. I like the design.
Such a cute design.
So all right, who you got?
I'm ready to do my honorable mentions, actually, because I had
many
one.
Have you done?
I've only done 3, but Ted Mosby was one of mine, so I've done 4.
Are there any honorable mentions that you could graduate up to the
that
list
I could speak upon?
That you think?
How
many have I done? My phone just died.
Oh no. I mean, not really.
Okay.
Honestly, but I'll do a few honorable mentions to fill it out.
I'll react to your honorable mentions.
I mean, child actors we discussed briefly, but especially when they become central to the plot, and then you're relying on a kid that has who's typically a bad actor.
Yeah.
And I couldn't care less about these kids.
Yeah.
We watched Ted Lasso. His son Henry has more to do in this last season. And I'm like, I don't want to see this kid. Who cares?
Did that show really fall off?
Oh my god, it fell off so hard.
That's so wild.
It had
Everyone was so into the first 2 seasons.
Especially the second season. The second season was so strong.
What did they do? Did they just how did it fall off?
It wasn't really very funny.
The
storylines weren't very compelling.
Did they do things that felt wrong?
Just the writing just felt wrong. The writing just
it
felt
wasn't
off.
Like a choice, like the last season of Gilmore Girls. People hate it because they make the central character almost get married to the father of her daughter, who it was kind of out of nowhere, and it was why would she be doing this? So it felt, even the actress was I always thought that storyline was dumb. It made no sense.
Yeah.
So it's people hate it because it focuses on its main storyline is just a misjudgment of everything. Was it that?
No.
It just wasn't.
It just wasn't very good.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to watch it again, but I do think it sort of it does the thing that happens when a lot of shows split up the characters. They kept the characters too separate. So the joy came from the ensemble and them interacting.
Yeah.
And that would be the one real flaw that I saw in the logic of presenting this show.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just think the writing wasn't very good this season. I don't know.
Is it over?
It's done. Yeah. Ended on a low note.
How was the actual finale?
Expected.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No surprises. It was sort of okay.
Okay.
I mean, everybody knew he was never going to leave his son forever. And his son was not moving to the UK. So, we all knew he was going to end up back in the United States, at the end of the show, which he does. And that's, it's expected. He has a better relationship with his ex-wife, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, it's none of the revelations or the big hitting, because it's really funny, but it does have these moments that really hit you. So none of those in this season. I would say Rory Gilmore.
Sure. I think I have her as an honorable mention.
I think people really like Lorelai, from what I know of that show.
Yes.
But people don't really like Rory.
Rory,
or people
she goes in and out
Rory.
of she goes in and out of good phases.
You start out,
but she's
Rory.
Another person. Again, it's people dislike her when she's doing things that seem out of character, and it's why would you be doing that now?
Okay.
Her last boyfriend in the show, who's the last couple seasons, is the worst one, and it's because it's why would you be with this guy who's kind of an open jerk? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What other honorable mentions do you have?
Rachel from the show Glee.
Never seen Glee.
Me neither.
I
But I know people hate Leah
Michelle. I don't
Michele.
like Rachel from Friends.
Oh no, I don't like any of the ones.
I don't
from
like
Friends,
Ross or Rachel.
To be honest, I don't like anybody from Friends. That's why I never watched the show.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I just don't like Ross and Rachel. The other 4 I'm fine with.
I don't like Ross. I don't like Rachel. I don't like Chandler. I don't like Monica. I don't like any of them.
Could you be more fucking
Anti-Friends?
Yeah.
I could not. I like Phoebe, and that's pretty much where I land.
Right? Funny, Phoebe annoys me a little bit, but I like her.
I think I just like Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
Zach Morris. I mean, the whole thing. Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah, we've all. That's been. Yeah, he's on my honorable mentions as well.
Dawson from Dawson's Creek. He's another Ted Mosby nice guy.
Yeah, he's very Ted Mosby, actually. Yeah,
Nice guy.
He's very like
melodramatic.
Yeah.
Romanticizes women to the point where no one can meet his expectations.
Right.
Feels possessive over Joey, but also doesn't want to fuck her until he can't.
Right.
There's and Felicity also. There was a lot of people at the WB in that era that I found unlikable that the whole show was about.
Yeah.
I mean, even Buffy to an extent. Like, I love the show, but Buffy has her moments.
Oh, really? I always liked Buffy as a character.
I go in and out. There's some seasons I find her unlikable, and other seasons I love her. So
interesting.
I've always loved the show, though. I'll never
interesting.
turn my back on her. Do you want to go for your next one, and then I'll go for my big one, and then you can go for your big one?
Sure. So my next one, I gotta tell you, I'm panicked that my phone died. I'm so.
Is it not back on?
It's not back on, but I'm up to. I did 3 already, right?
I think.
Okay, so this kind of repeats some points I made during Halloween, but Laurie Strode from Halloween, the final girl,
the first Halloween.
In the first Halloween.
Okay.
She is just a big old wet blanket. First of all, she's not in the movie. She's in her own boring movie. She doesn't get involved.
She like no idea what's happening.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's happening until like 15 minutes to the end of the movie.
She's like, whoa, what's been going on?
Like her night is mostly just boring babysitting. But she's like, me and Anthony were talking about how her friends pick on her a lot in the episode. But the thing is, like, you would pick on her too if she were your friend. She would be that one friend that everyone fucking picks on. Because she's like, I'm a wet blanket. She dresses like a school mom. And she's like supposed to be like 16. And like her friend's like, oh, this boy likes you. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And she's like, why don't you said you like him. He's cute. Why don't you go out with him? She's like, oh, I wish you didn't tell him. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Michael Myers was just like, you suck. I'm going to murder you because you suck. She just sucks.
Oh man, lady, I don't even know you.
She's like, oh, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh,
I just got my period.
Oh,
she did just get her period.
I'm wearing this frock.
Oh my God.
Anyway, who's your big?
Laurie Strode. Poor Laurie. What'd she ever do except not get murdered?
Well, she does a lot in those bullshit movies that came later. She's like an alcoholic and like a fucking.
My God.
Into like.
He really messed up her life.
Yeah.
She had a future as a librarian.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. She would have been a librarian. She's like, even though it was the 70s and this wasn't a thing anymore, she was an old maid.
She was an old maid. She was an old maid.
At 16,
she's a spinster.
Exactly. And that's why Michael wanted to kill her so badly.
Like,
he was like, I got to get you out of this world.
Oh, my God.
The world does not need you.
All right. My big one is Carrie Bradshaw.
I'm not shocked.
Neither is anyone. I love Sex and the City. And I've watched all of And Just Like That. And I will continue to watch it. But my God, do I find Carrie insufferable.
I couldn't agree with you more.
And let me tell you, I loved Carrie. I loved Carrie.
And do you mean Just Like That? Because
in everything. In everything. I do. Because, I was telling Anthony this because we've discussed this many times.
Yeah.
And we've even discussed it when we were doing the season 1 recap of And Just Like That. Like, I loved her when I was in high school because she's the emotional intelligence of a high schooler. Like, she lacks depth. She is selfish. She is the id. She just
Yes.
does for herself whatever she wants. If she doesn't feel like going to work, she doesn't go to work. If she doesn't feel like being in a relationship, if she doesn't feel like showing up for her friends, she doesn't show up.
Yeah.
She just does whatever she wants. She's
Right.
selfish. She is rude.
Yeah.
She is a narcissist.
Yeah.
She's a bad friend
Yes, I
in
agree.
a show about friendship.
She's a terrible friend.
She's a terrible friend.
And
she's judgy.
She's willing to talk shit about any one of them.
anyone, and she is prudish, and she's a sex columnist.
Yeah. See, I agree. I see exactly where you're coming from. But I'm going to say that I like her in the original show.
She's a slut shamer.
Her in the new show,
Mm-hmm.
where she's all those things, but also way too old for it and a millionaire,
Yeah.
is just so much worse. I think I described her as she like floats through the world.
She bought an apartment, decided she didn't want it, $7 million. Like, oh, who cares? Who cares?
And also, like, I would never, if she's a writer, I don't want to read it. Like,
No.
I would never, like, just from the voice, if the voiceover is supposed to be her writing, she's a terrible writer, and I don't want to read her bullshit.
The best thing
If-
she ever
if the
wrote was
world-
that like wedding toast that she gave.
Yeah.
I love that wedding toast.
If
But otherwise, no.
if the show were realistic,
I couldn't help
she
but
would
wonder.
be living in the Bronx, like in a fucking
She would be in
studio
that apartment in Weehawken
writing,
that the woman said she had to go live in
Yeah.
Weehawken. That's where
Right.
she'd be.
and she'd be writing listicles for BuzzFeed.
My God. I know. She has that like snarky,
Yeah.
like a little.
And she's such a prude in the new show.
She's a prude in the old show. When
And again, she makes dumb decisions. When she was with the Russian, it's like, why? This
yeah.
guy's cold and distant.
you have zero chemistry.
Yeah, why
He's
do you
just
like
like
this guy?
a guy who's interested in you.
Is it because he's rich?
He seems
and
to have money,
has
so you
status?
seem to like him. Yeah. When they're dating and he reads a piece of her column to his friends and she's there and she's so embarrassed by it, I'm like, good, you should be embarrassed, because it's like the
terrible
last
writing.
time people enjoyed the 69 position was in 1969. I'm like, first of all, that's not true. Secondly, what would you know?
What are you talking about?
What would you
What
know?
are you talking about? First of all,
People do it in 1960. What are you talking about?
First of all, kids eat ass more than anyone. Gen Z is from millennials down. Gen Z and millennials eat ass like it's nobody's business. What are you saying, Carrie?
Oh my
What do you
God.
know about sex?
Like tomorrow doesn't exist.
yeah. They
Like tomorrow's just a rumor. That's it.
eat ass like tomorrow's a rumor. See, that's what Carrie
We'll
should be
also
writing
selling
about.
those shirts in
Like if
the
Carrie
PCMC merch
Yeah.
store. Eat ass like tomorrow's
Yeah.
a rumor.
Like if Carrie were a real person and a real sex writer, she would be writing about eating ass. She wouldn't
All
be
the
writing
time.
about like
All damn
I
day.
dated a guy and then he didn't call me or whatever the fuck.
Do you remember when she had to go to therapy because she wouldn't stop like talking about big? That her friends were finally like, even for you, this is too much.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done listening to you.
You're a bad friend.
Mm,
99% of her conversations are about you.
yep. She always talks about her. She herself. She's so dismissive of everyone else. Like they'll say, like, I think I have cancer, and she's like, yep, I gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
she does not give a shit.
Who would ever want to be her friend?
I would never want to be her friend. I would only want to be her friend for her to buy things for me
Yeah.
and to be rich around me
Yeah.
so I could benefit from her.
Yeah.
But otherwise, she's a horrible friend.
Yeah.
And she's always insistent that other people do for her
Yes.
that she will not do for them.
She's got, and I know she's the main character, but she's got
Main
main
character
character
syndrome.
syndrome.
You know, in the most recent season when she has to go to that like women's event
Yeah.
and it's a snowstorm and she's like, Che, you have to come with me. And she's like, I'm depressed. I lost my job. I'm really not
Yeah.
feeling it. And she's like, Che, you have to though. And she's like, okay, I guess I will. It's the one and only time I felt bad for Che.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry, Che.
Che's not on either of our lists.
No, but nobody likes them.
Yeah.
I think Che's a given.
Yeah, I know. It's like you don't even
Che's
need-
like hack at this point.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
don't
nobody
even
likes
get
Che.
into
We
that,
know.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Carrie, yeah.
I found Che to be more likable this season.
I didn't like
because they'd fallen from grace so hard,
I
and
don't
people
like Charlotte
were like,
either. I
really?
like him.
I like Charlotte so much in the new series.
in the original show. I like Miranda and Samantha.
in the original,
In the new series, I can't stand Miranda.
Me neither. She had a fall from grace as well. Because I find her to be embarrassing white. Like she's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the right thing, but
She's
her
also, like-
instincts are always wrong.
Like it's great that you're finding yourself, but like you're trampling over lots of other lives,
Yeah.
including like your
child's life, your husband's life. Yeah. And look, you could leave your husband, you can get a
Right.
divorce, whatever, but it's the careless
jumping in
the carelessness
head first of it and caring about nothing
and just
else.
all of a sudden deciding you've been miserable this whole
Just
time.
obsessive,
When like
yeah.
we know you haven't. We've seen you.
Right.
I know. I agree. Miranda's unlikable in the new one. I think Charlotte's much more likable in the new one.
Yeah.
And I find Carrie to be unlikable both in the old and the new.
Yeah.
Carrie's
sucks.
also, she cheats on Aiden. Aiden gave her his whole heart.
I know.
And she's always going for Big. And Big is a piece of shit who died. So she got what she deserved, I guess.
She's kind of like
Her punishment was having to be married to him.
she's kind of like the girl that quote unquote nice guys talk about when they talk about girls who go after bad people.
Yeah.
Like she is that. She goes after people that are shitty to her and she's like, that's my type.
That's my guy. That's
He's
my
cold
one
and
man.
distant.
Yeah. I'll win him over one day.
Yeah.
By just like showing up to his apartment in a beret and assuming he was going to take me to France with him for this big job offer
Yeah.
with McDonald's and saying like Le Big Mac, it's French, and like, okay, go to hell.
That's another thing.
She's not as funny as you think you are.
She's not funny at all. I've never met a less funny person who thinks they're funny.
Except for Jay.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe the problem is the show. The show can be funny.
The show can be very funny, but frequently it was Samantha or a situation.
Right.
It's
It's
funny.
not. It's never. Puns are never funny.
No.
Like the jokes are never funny. And she's fun. She's not funny.
Mm-mm.
She's not. She's cringy.
She's so cringy when she says things like, you know, some nights when I first came to New York, I would buy Vogue instead of dinner. I just felt like it fed me more. Like, I would go to jail, Carrie. Go to jail.
You suck.
Carrie,
Can you imagine someone actually said that to you in real life?
I would be like, I would throw her in a trash can.
I'd be like, this is where you belong.
This is where you belong.
You are the absolute worst. Oh,
She names her cat Shoe. Did you know about this?
Yeah. Did you know? Have you heard this?
Have you heard this one? Have you heard this?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And she had a podcast that people listen to for some reason. She didn't want to. I can't.
She didn't want to record her audiobook.
Yeah, she didn't want to do a.
She didn't want to do it.
Talk about vaginas. Aren't you a sex writer?
Don't you have one?
Yeah.
Aren't you familiar with it? I would imagine.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you an adult woman? You can't say vagina?
Anyway.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
So I'll do my honorable mentions.
Okay, go for it.
Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah, get her. Hammer, don't hurt him.
Zach Morris.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, I put Screech on there too, but I don't think you're supposed to like him necessarily.
this one you wouldn't know. Shinji from Neon Genesis, even
hate
Jillian.
that guy.
He's someone that all anime fans hate. Like, there's actually
no. Tell me the reason.
he is imagine Ted Mosby, but cries even more, and like there's a in the anime world there's like an actual meme that's Shinji getting the robot. Because he's supposed to get in the robot and fight. And in every episode, he's like, I don't want to get in the robot. I'm sad. And so it's like there used to be an anime YouTube channel called Get in the Robot. It's just like, and then you can't even root for him because then he like jerks off on people. He sucks. He just sucks so bad. He's like, I'm a sensei boy and I don't want to fight in robots. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
But anyway, he's an honorable mention because like anybody who's ever seen that show
hates that guy.
is like, I fucking hate Shinji. He's the absolute worst.
Oh my God.
So my number one, and this is one, it came to me over Christmas.
Okay.
Charlie, the son from the Santa Claus.
Really?
This kid sucks. First of all, he's manipulative.
Okay.
Also, he pulls I'm a sad boy anytime he doesn't get exactly what he wants.
Okay.
Like if you're like, hey, we're gonna do that instead of this, he'd be like, you said we were gonna do that. And it's like, oh, the fuck.
Oh, like plain milk's fine.
I guess. Oh,
Also, I have a theory that it's 11 p.m. at that point. That
Yeah.
This guy decided to make a turkey after
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Like, do you realize Kid, you live in this world. Do you realize the things you're asking for and you're being upset because it can't be delivered to you? Like everything.
He's not 4.
Yeah.
He's older. I mean, not that he's an old kid, but he
acts like a baby.
He acts like a baby.
And then the other thing about him that sucks real hard is that the dad is like, listen,
don't tell anybody about me being
tell
Santa Claus, because I will go to the loony bin.
They are gonna throw me away. You're never gonna see me again.
You'll never see me again.
And it's as if he didn't even hear him say that.
No, that rings so true though. That really does. When you have kids, you can't tell them shit. You really can't.
But
they're the worst at secret keeping, and they shouldn't keep secrets because parents tell their kids now. It's like no adult should tell you. There's a secret to keep. Right. You tell me immediately.
But this adult is his
Unless
dad,
it's my surprise party,
who happens to be Santa Claus.
Yes, this is.
The dad is just like, do not tell people
what
happened.
But I must say, immediately they put too much credence on what this kid says too, because Tim Allen is like, I'm not telling him I'm Santa Claus. Please know that.
Yeah.
Although,
but then he starts looking like Santa Claus. So they're like, what are you doing?
They're like, you're a maniac.
Yeah. If the kid.
They're like, listen, we're all trying to give him what he wants, okay? But you can't be doing this to yourself.
The movie would not have any of the drama if he just had just the slightest shred of chill. If he could just like not, literally anybody he can talk to, he's like, can I bend your ear for a second? My dad's Santa Claus and we went a sleigh and there was hot chocolate and there were elves and it's like, shut up.
My friend Bernard gave me this.
Yeah.
It's the snow globe. I could quote that movie front to back.
When he pulls a show and tell. Or or bring your dad to work day or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Bring your dad to work school.
Well, honestly, I love that movie so much, but
and the dad keeps trying to correct it. He's like, he means I'm like Santa because I make toys.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, he's Santa Claus. He wears the right thing.
We went to the North Pole.
Oh, I pooped myself.
I
hate him so much.
Oh my God. Well, I also think that Tim Allen, I like him in the movie, but there are scenes like in the principal's office where he's being too like Tim Allen-y, like trying to make too many jokes. And if you met him in real life, you'd be like, what an asshole.
Oh, Tim Allen sucks in real life and in that movie.
That aside. But it's like he just keeps going. He makes all these jokes about like, what did you do? He's like, drank some brown liquor, field dressed a cat, read Hollywood Wives. It's like he kept making the same joke 7 times. I was like, guy, cool.
The way he's constantly picking on Judge Reinhold because he's a therapist, and he's like, you look down on him because he's a therapist.
Where are you gonna get those sweaters from the Circus Leaves town? It is so anti-therapy, even though the child clearly needs it.
You're right, and he needs it because he shits his pants.
Oh my God!
And he is a baby. He is so regressed in that movie.
Oh my God!
It's just so insane. He's just pouty. My dad's Santa Claus.
Judge Reinhold, when he has the scene with him,
and when people act like I'm sorry.
No, go on.
When people act like they like him, it bothers me. Like when the other,
I think he's adorable. Like, I think he's a very cute.
When Bernard's like, "Hey, buddy," it's like, why would
you call me sport just like you?
Yeah, in real life, all the elves would be like, "Don't
talk to that kid.
Don't talk to Santa's kid. He sucks.
He's so weird.
He's gonna try to rope you into a conversation. Like, say you have somewhere to be.
P for presidency for Cole, right, Bernard?
Yeah, right. My phone. I gotta get this call. Sorry, Charlie. Bud. I gotta get this call in the other room. Oh my God. Oh, Santa's kid sucks.
A rose such a gladder. Aww.
Oh, fucking kid. Again, the 90s was all about divorce. Nothing worse than divorce.
Charlie, I told you to stay inside the house. You killed him.
Yeah. He don't listen. That's the thing.
No, but that also rings true. He doesn't listen to a damn thing you say.
well, that's not likable.
It is not.
That's
why so many parents are mad at their children all the time because they don't listen.
The fall is like, no, we're not going to do this.
They say if your children disobey you, it's because you're the person they feel the most comfortable with to test those boundaries. But let me tell you something. I want my kids to be less comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Less comfortable, more formal.
Yeah. Call me sir. God damn it.
Please speak when you're spoken to only.
Yeah. Do not call me by my first name. Do not call me Santa.
Don't call me Janine, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find him very cute, but not in his behavior or words. I just think he's a cute kid.
I don't think he's a cute kid.
I think he's got a little mushroom cut. So cute.
I guess. I guess.
But yeah, he's a whiner. He's a whiner.
I think his shitty performance. I know I'm going real hard on this kid. I think his shitty performance brings the whole movie down. I think the movie would be much, much better. And I know you love it. I think the movie.
I do love the movie. I do.
It would. I like the movie. Too.
I don't think my love of the movie has to do with him.
I think that the movie's actually magical. I think the last act of the movie really works. But I think the movie would be better if it were a better kid.
If we're Mickey Rooney as the kid.
Yeah, if like when I think of him,
present day,
all I think of like is a kid at Denny's looking sad. Like first of all, you're at Denny's, awesome.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're at Denny's at Christmas. Awesome.
What kind of Christmas
Get everything
Eve
on the
did
fucking.
he expect?
Yeah. What did you expect from your dad who lives alone?
A full turkey dinner, apparently.
Yeah. No. If you ask me at that age and at this age, would you like a full turkey dinner or Denny's? I'd be like, let's go to Denny's.
Get a cheeseburger and French fries.
That's what I would stop. That's what I would not stop talking about. I'd be like, this is my dad.
Christmas Eve, we went to Denny's.
We went to Denny's. I had a grand slam. It was fucking incredible. I'm sorry I said the F word, teacher.
Oh my God. So
and also, you bring your dad and your stepdad. Like, you don't do that. You pick one.
You pick one.
You can't do both. That's fine. Like, what is he trying to make him fight?
Why is the mom there?
I don't know why.
Just so they can have that scene.
I don't know why they can't have the meeting and eat lunch. Like, why do we have to start the meeting after lunch? So we have to wait for this guy to, like, you eat while you do lunch. Like, you eat and have the meeting. We don't wait.
They're such fat shamers in there.
Oh my God.
A big B. Aw.
Yeah.
And a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah. It's a body horror movie, really.
Honestly, it really is.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Really is. There's so many fat jokes.
Oh, yeah.
You're as healthy as a horse. Yeah. Clydesdale. Smacks his belly.
You saw that thing, what's her name? The one Anthony loves.
The one Anthony loves? That could be anybody.
She does a podcast. She's no, she's also on the Drop Dead Fred episode of
Casey Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the thing she wrote about, like, she was on the Santa Claus show and he was like a real dick to her.
Oh.
And like it like went around, like it's been reported on. Yeah, he was just like
on this recent Santa Claus show?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like working him was like he's the worst person I ever worked with.
Wow.
He's supposedly a real asshole. Have you seen any of that show, by the way?
I've not seen any of it. I never saw the sequels either. I really just like the first movie.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the Martin Short performance because I love Martin Short.
It's that third movie is bananas wild. Like, what are we doing, folks?
I like that Jack Frost is always sort of set up as the antithesis of Santa Claus. Like, because he's cold. There's like several movies that pit Jack Frost and Santa Claus against each other, which is weird. It's like there's a Rankin and Bass movie.
Yeah.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Where it's like he's not Christmas, he's just winter. Then there's the movie was it Rise of the Guardians or something?
Oh yeah,
Jack Frost and Santa are in that. There's something else, but yeah, there's
also
even
Jack Frost. There's a horror movie called Jack Frost, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. And then the villain, the Kevin Spacey villain in Fred Claus is Mr. North, but I think they make him I feel like he's like a cold winter wind, like he's a bad Jack Frost type. I don't know.
Interesting.
In any event, Tim Allen's a mean guy, I guess.
You said we could, but okay.
And the Charlie actor is still doing it.
He still plays
Charlie. Yep.
I hope he's gotten better.
He's gotten older. And his ex-wife is still playing his ex-wife, like that actress.
Is Judd Reinhold?
Judd Reinhold is there as well. Yeah. No, he remarries in it.
In part 2, he gets married to the Miss Claus,
and he has a daughter, I believe, with her.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's from the I saw one scene in the third movie.
Yeah.
And it seems like, and I liked this about it. It seems like his ex and Judge Reinhold have a very like friendly, almost familial relationship with his daughter from the new marriage because she's their son's half sister. Which I think is sweet. I think it's like blended families.
Sure.
They come to the North Pole to vacation.
No, is he immortal?
I guess so.
Huh.
Like, does he have to die to pass on the mantle?
Right.
Can he abdicate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the first movie.
Because it's chilling in the first movie when Charlie's like, no, I think I'm going to be part of the family business. I'm like, he's going to kill his dad.
Yeah, that's what
that little boy
means.
is going to kill his father.
Oh, you just reminded me that that's the last line, and I want to throw up. All right, this has been PCMC. I'm Mike Bongiorno. I'm joined.
Well, no, because then they have that big scene where he's dropping all the presents down, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets quiet, and you see it's like inside a snow globe, and Charlie's shaking the snow globe over and over again.
Yeah.
And Tim Allen comes back and he's like, Charlie, what are you calling me already? I just left.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. He's such a daddy's boy.
He's like, all right, one quick ride.
He's a little father's boy.
And the mom's like, not over any oceans.
Yeah.
Charlie gets what he wants because Charlie always gets what he wants.
I'm just a papa's boy.
Papa's boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. So this has been this. I just hate Charlie so much. This has been PCMC. I'm Mike
Labored
Bongiorno.
sigh of hatred of a child.
Typically, I say this is where you come for non-toxic fandom.
Oh, it's toxic
but
today,
it's
baby.
toxic when I'm talking about Charlie from fucking. You know what? I won't. Maybe
today
I won't.
we are the haters.
It's the writing. It's not just the kid who performed it. It's the writing. He's written to be the wettest of wet blankets.
Listen, little kids, you don't belong in the acting world,
And
nor should you be.
Right, because you're children.
I don't think you should work.
Acting's hard. What are you doing?
I think the work of childhood is play.
Yeah, and I think often kids like they're written to be younger than they are. Like he's written like a real little baby.
Dunking on this kid.
Just want to take his mushroom haircut and put it in a toilet. You suck. Give him the Carrie Bradshaw.
Oh my God, she wouldn't know what to do with.
She'd be like, I don't have dinner for you tonight because I went and bought Vogue. And he's like, I guess that's okay. You said I'd have dinner, but okay. All right, I'm Mike Bongiorno. I'm joined by Janine Gagliardi. We end every episode by saying,
Go bye-bye.